Hi, it's Jen from Shabby Fabrics, and I am so excited to announce a brand new monthly club. This is called You're in Spools, designed by Heather Briggs. She's an amazing designer for motive fabrics and an incredible pattern designer. And when I saw Heather's adorable 12 projects, I was on my email going, Heather, is there any way that we can bring these amazing designs here and offer this as a club? And bless her heart, she said yes. So you are looking at these 12 projects, and aren't they adorable? One for every month. Whether you want to display this on the craft stand, or maybe you have a spot by your workstation or by your sewing machine, or maybe on the wall is better. However you want to display these are adorable. In your monthly shipment, you will be getting the pattern, of course, and the exact fabric you're seeing to piece the top. You'll also be getting your backing as well as your binding. Isn't that amazing? This is all piecing, just except for 1 month. That's the January project, just a little bit of laser cut for the snowman smile. But this is a focus on piecing. So the only thing you'll be needing to add in addition to the kit you'll be getting each month will be just a touch of either fusible fleece or batting, as you prefer. We love our fusible fleece, but if you want to choose batting, that's wonderful. These are the notions that we use. You can see this is a lot of notions, and that's because it's patchwork. We know that when it comes down to precise piecing, just more equipment is needed. But remember, these are one-time investments, and I'm just going to point out what I know are difference makers for me and for our makers as well, to really bring in all of these small shapes and have them just click together like puzzle pieces. What is that magic? And it's actually right in here. First off, starting off with clean cuts, of course. We all know that. Good thread and patchwork pins. That's kind of the core of it. But if you're like me and you're a little inconsistent with the 1/4 of an inch, that is needed for precise piecing, the seam guide setter and the seam guide refills, just put those in the cart when you grab your spot. Because there's so many small pieces, this may be a time where you want to set a scant 1/4, which is just, of course, a little under the 1/4 of an inch, and the seam guide setter allows you to do that. Check out that video if you haven't seen that before, and you'll see this works beautifully with really any sewing machine, as well as the diagonal seam tape. Rulers, of course, are very important. There's a lot of what's called sew and flip in here. We also have our Creative Grid seam guide. Again, if you have a suite of rulers at home, maybe you don't need to add any of those, but this is what we've used. If it's been a while since maybe you've made an investment in rulers, this may be the right time to do it. And one of my favorite notions, the glitzy binding holders. Historically, binding has always been a chore. But now when we're making our project, maybe even when we're cutting out our fabric initially, why not make that binding, wrap it on a coordinating color that maybe matches that month's project, and just put that binding aside. So once it's pieced, you've done kind of that top quilting and it's time to bind the quilt, you just get to grab out that binding that's already prepared and get that project bound, and you're ready to move on to the next month's project. But as we say it every single time, we have already made our guess at how many spots we would have interest in, and I think we probably underguessed this again. That's been happening a lot lately. I think as more people are sharing the good news of Shabby Fabrics and just how special and uniquely and carefully put together your kits truly are. But the most important thing is to get to the website to reserve your spot in this amazing club. Grab any notions you might need and subscribe. That is how you know about new clubs, block of the months, and so much more.